What's going on, guys, and welcome back to our Pokemon Mega speculation videos for Legends ZA. We are back with Austin. Say hi, Austin.
Hello.
And we are going to be going through Gen 5 today. We have actually tried to record this video 3 times, and the audio is corrupted 2 times. And this time, we have triple, double, billion checked the audio, so we're good. But
Third time's a charm.
third time's the charm, exactly. Third time's the charm. But our thoughts again, every time we've looked at this list 3 or 4 times now, just talking about it. And why is Victini the number one Pokemon? I swear it's because it
Why?
was supposed to be in Sinnoh, but I honestly can't remember why. I used to know the reason why when I was like super knowledgeable about Pokemon, but now I just cannot remember. But on to the meat of the video. Superior. This thing needs a mega. All three of the starters need a mega.
I think so
And
too.
I
They
think
definitely do.
I'm gonna make a hot take here. I don't know if it's actually a hot take because some people might feel the same way. But I think the 3 generations that need megas the most, obviously Gen 1 and Gen 3 have them. Um, I think the 3 generations that need them the most from most to least are Gen 5, Gen 7, and Gen 2. I want to say Gen 2. Gen 5, Gen 7, Gen 2.
I can agree with that. I just feel like though, like I would love to see all of these starters get a mega, but we got Hisui and Samurott, so I feel like that
Yeah,
might throw a wrench in
I
things.
know. I feel the same way too. But like, what other mons? We got Typhlosion and Decidueye got new forms in PLA. So I mean,
Yeah.
it might just shoot down all three of the chances for all three of those groups of starters to get megas. Sadly, but at the same time, the Kanto starters have gotten a lot of love.
Yeah.
Way too much love to be honest. Like way too much. Um, and it's starting to get a little bit boring. So I think that they need to go for some of the other
They need to mix it up a
generations.
bit.
Yeah, mix it up a bit because dude, if they come out with Pokemon ZA and they have a Venusaur X and Venusaur Y, and then the one we used to have is Venusaur Z, I'm gonna freak out, dude. I'm gonna like probably do a backflip, break my Switch in half, and never play the game again. No, I was kidding.
Monk
Okay,
is gonna blow a gasket.
I'm gonna blow a gasket, dude, because that's 2 wasted megas. Charizard, 2 wasted megas when you could just have one, and give another Pokemon a mega, and like take that time to design another cool Pokemon instead of giving one Pokemon or a group of Pokemon more and more forms every game, like Meowth or
Oh
Charizard,
God, Meowth
or
does not need any more
yeah,
forms.
exactly. So yeah, I think that they should. I think they should go hard on the Gen 5 starters. I think they need it the most. I think that Serperior could benefit from a secondary typing. Definitely not gonna be poison. Don't make him a poison type. He does not need to be poison type. Too many grass poison types. Make him like the two typings I can see for Superior, funnily enough, are counterparts. I think Fairy or Dragon.
Oh, I could definitely see that.
I could see Fairy or Dragon for him, but I also think that Meganium should be Grass Fairy. So I don't really think I think it should be Grass
So
Dragon.
Superior could be Grass Dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And I think that'd be a more fitting for like its current form.
yeah.
So they could just kind of play off the dragon.
And they
Yeah,
could
that'd
give
be
it. They could maybe give it wings or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But or they could maybe give it wings and make it grass flying, like it replace Tropius, and give Tropius a different typing. Okay.
Hey,
And Embor, obviously, he needs a mega. We don't need to talk about it, dude. You guys know how I feel about Embor. You guys know how I feel about dude. Look at this picture and tell me this guy's not cute. Okay. Look at this picture,
I can look at that picture and tell you that guy is not cute.
dude. You're so dude. Okay,
Like,
okay, okay. We gotta move on. There's too many Pokemon this generation. Dude, Pignite is cute. Okay. Embor needs love, and Samurott. I think that out of the three Hisuian forms, its form is kind of the weakest. Like not like
yeah,
stats wise, but like weakest design wise. It's literally just the
design
same
wise.
thing with a darker color beard and just color swap basically with a couple little red designs in it, but it's not that great. But I think
Yeah.
Watchog needs a mega. This guy needs some love.
Watchog would be so cool to see as a mega. I think they could do a lot with it, and it would just be cool to just see this man like really pumped up.
Yeah, it just dude, make him super cool. He's got a really funny looking design. I think that he needs a mega. He needs to do something cool. Um, you know how I feel about Stoutland. Stoutland definitely needs a mega. Look at this guy. He's so awesome. Such a cool little pup. I think all
I think
dog Pokemon need a mega.
you I think from our last conversations of doing this, you have changed my mind about Stoutland needing a mega. At first, I was on the no bandwagon, but now I'm with you. I
And
would like to
yeah,
see Stalin get a
his
mega,
his
and
stats just
I
aren't good
might
enough.
actually use it.
His stats are not good enough for a third stage, and I mean they're pretty good all around. But like if you gave him a little bit better stats, he already has Intimidate and Scrappy. And with the
Mhm.
sand rush ability and the coloring of his mustache, like the browner colors and the darker colors of his fur, I think that he could be normal ground.
Yeah.
And he also gets access to moves like Dig and I think a couple other ground moves. I think maybe Mud Shot or something like that, Mud Slap or something. I don't know, but he gets
I
access
think
to
so
something like
too.
that. But I mean, also they update Pokemon's movesets every generation, so just give him access to ground type TMs even. Just do that
Yeah.
alone and we'll be good. Um, Liepard. I
I
don't.
I I could go either way. I
Yeah,
think
same.
that it would be cool to see one, like a Mega Lipard, but also I won't think twice if they don't give it a Mega.
Yeah, I don't. Like, I honestly don't really care. Like, I wish they made its attack stat higher. It's a real glass cannon,
Mhm.
regardless. So, I mean, its speed's unnecessarily high and its defense are unnecessarily low. If they kind of even that out a little bit, because it's already faster than a lot of things with 106 base speed is insane. Um, but yeah, I dude the Bobby brothers, dude. These
The
guys,
Bobby
the
brothers.
Bobby brothers, dude. Well, this guy was voted one of the most hated Pokemon in the world. We talked about that last time we talked about it
Yep.
too.
Yes,
But
it was.
honestly, I personally think that Watchhog would be on that list if people remembered he existed. I think the only reason Simisear is on the list is because people remember him because the other two brothers exist.
People actually remembered it.
But what I don't understand is like how come Castform was not on that list, like at least higher than Simisear? Because Simisear, I like Simisear a lot more than Castform. But yeah, these guys need
Yeah.
megas. Give them all a secondary typing. I could see them all being like grass normal, fire normal, water normal, and or water fighting, fire fighting, grass fighting. That would be cool too.
Yeah, and I think since they are like kind of a trio, like give them all the same secondary typing, but keep their primary
Yes,
typing.
yes, because then that keeps it keeps it going because none of these resist or are good against fire or fighting. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, none of these are good against fighting is what I meant to say, or resist fighting.
yeah.
But yeah, Musharna the fetus. What the frick is this thing gonna mega evolve
I
into?
mean, what are they like if they're gonna make it like a full-on child? I don't
Yeah,
like
are they just gonna make it like an alien dream baby or something? I don't know.
right.
But Unpheasant, I think this thing needs an evolution, and I think that they could do like slight version differences with the gender differences, but
Yeah,
it's
so I think that would be my what I'd be most interested to see if they gave Unpheasant a mega is seeing the gender differences between the megas.
yeah, I feel like that they should make them more similar with the Mega Evolution because the
Mhm.
color palette of male Unpheasant is just far, far, far better than just the gray
It's
and brown.
superior,
Yeah, it's just
especially the mask, like,
yeah, the
yes.
mask is so cool, and like seeing, I don't know if I think I said this the first time we tried to record, but in the Pokemon Mega Evolution special for X and Y, the anime, Alon, the main character of that anime, he had an Unpheasant on his team, and when he came into the X and Y and Z anime to fight Ash in the Pokemon League on TV, he had a male Unpheasant on his team, and it was so cool to see that thing animated and like flying around and fighting Ash's like one of Ash's strongest teams ever, and I think that was so cool. But yeah, these guys need some love. I think that these are probably the most forgotten regional birds. I would say.
I'd say so because I forget they're regional birds.
Yeah,
It's
they're literally the
I
regional
you
bird.
just
Like
reminded me of that.
P Dove, he's a little dove from are they doves? Are they all doves? Tranquil. I think Tranquil is literally the name of the bird, and this
Well
is literally a
well, and
pheasant.
then pheasant, I think, would be like a pheasant,
Yeah,
but
there's three
I don't
different
know.
types of
I don't
birds
know.
that evolve into each other. Okay, and then obviously Zebstrika. I think this thing definitely needs a mega to buff up its speed stat because it's like in lore wise, it's supposed to be one of the fastest Pokemon in existence, and it's
Well,
just not that.
I just think it needs one because to me, I really like its design, but it feels incomplete.
And it's too small, honestly.
Yeah.
Like if you see like I mean if you compare like extra large like the biggest Zebstrika you can find in the Indigo Disc DLC to like a alpha Rapidash from PLA, it's night and day.
Uh-huh.
It's night and day, dude. That's like comparing the Hulk to like somebody who's like 5'2". Yeah, this guy needs he needs to be way bigger. He needs a little bit of updates in his design. I personally think that he should get. I think his horns should go back together and create one big horn.
One big one, yeah.
Like this. I mean, I don't technically know if those are supposed to be horns. I think they're just like lightning bolt fur things. I don't know.
Well, then make it a
Yeah,
horn.
make it horns. Gigalith, this thing's got insane stats. It would be really cool to me, I think, if they did sort of like a Machamp thing with this. I think I said this when we talked about it last time. Give this guy,
Mhm.
you see the arms down here? Put
Yep.
them up here. Give
Yes.
him 4 or like give him
Like
6 arms maybe. Or I don't know
give
if
him
you would.
6, yeah.
I don't know if you
Keep
would
him
give
on
him
all
8.
4s, but then have 2 on top.
Yeah,
Like
2 arms on top and then all 4 on the bottom. I don't know if they could do that or like give him 8 arms. 8 arms I feel like would be too much for the design.
that'd be too much.
Um, but yeah, I feel like if you gave him 2 arms that are like up top and like slimmed in his torso a little bit, and made his head bigger, I feel like he would look more like a Machamp type of thing. Give him a little bit higher speed stat, give him a higher attack stat, stuff like that, and I think he'd be really good.
Yeah.
I think Gigalith deserves some love. Gigalith's a really like cult classic Pokemon. Like a lot of people will seem to not like him, but there's like a massive group of people that absolutely love him.
Oh, and he's also got a really good shiny.
Yeah, he's got a really, really good shiny too. So if they mess the shiny up with the Mega Evolution, I'm coming for you, Game Freak. Okay. Swoobat. Swoobat does not need a Mega. I don't want to see this
I
thing get a Mega. Um,
I could not care less about Swoobat. That is how
yeah.
much I do not care
You
about
know
him.
what? The only thing I can actually see them doing, and not really, I don't think appealing to me as a Pokemon trainer or a Pokemon player. Okay, this design actually looks a lot more cute than the other one. I mean, it's still pretty ugly, and you can't really tell which way its face is going because its ears are together. Um,
It's got a singular ear.
Yeah, literally, it's literally got one big ear stuck together. I think that they could make this thing Psychic Fairy and then expand more on like the pink hearts and stuff and like give it big like pink and black wings or something.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. I could see that. I mean, I definitely don't want it to get a mega, but there's potential for something good. Also,
Uh,
its stats are absolutely horrible. I think by far this thing's got to be the worst bat Pokemon stat wise, right? Like between
I
like
think
what,
so too.
Crobat,
Yeah,
Noivern, it's got to have worse stats than both of them.
it's gotta.
They're
But
so bad.
maybe that could be like some justification for them to give it a mega is to beef it up and make it
True,
like more competitive and more
true.
useful.
And I don't think that Crobat, like after seeing the Mega Crobat fan art online, I don't think that Crobat needs a Mega. I think its design is as complete as it can be. I
Yeah,
personally
I
like
kind of
Crobat.
agree.
I wish
I
they
do
I
too.
wish that they could fix its shiny though. The shiny's not that.
Oh, I know. That's the thing is like I feel like Golbat has a good
Yeah.
shiny being that green, but then once you evolve it, it just like it loses its appeal as a
I have to
shiny.
have it in my party for a long time for it to like finally grow on me. The pink and green is a good combo in some things, but it's just a shade.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing, dude, Excadrill, give this guy a
Excadrill,
Mega.
give Excadrill a mega. That would be
Actually,
so
think
cool.
about that. I don't know if they would do 2 steel types in a row for the exception, like Duraludon getting an evolution. Um, but actually, I don't know. We would probably have to go to the Gen 6 list for like the Duraludon type of thing to happen.
Yeah.
Um, wait, what generation is Ursaring? Is that Gen 2?
Ursaring is Gen 2, yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, I was about to say, what is Ursaluna from Sinnoh? Obviously Ursaluna's from Sinnoh, but not
Y-
Ursaring. I
Yeah.
was gonna say, I wonder what generation they're gonna go by to like give forms in this game. Cause Stantler's Gen 2, Ursaring's Gen 2, Quillfish is Gen 2, I think. A lot of Gen
Yep.
2 mons got love in PLA, and that's probably
And
the
they
underlying reason
they
that I
did.
really like it.
So we'll see. It'd be interesting to see if they give this guy some love.
Yeah, for real. This guy, I mean,
And
obviously Gen 5 mons, I feel like a lot of them need love. He's got I mean, I think his design's really, really finished and really, really good.
mhm,
But I think there's a lot of things they could do with the Mega Excadrill, and this thing's just so cool. And
yeah,
he could afford some better stats. I think he should get a little bit. I mean, obviously better ability: Sand Rush, Sand Force, and Mold Breaker. Mold Breaker is the only half decent one, and then it's still not that good.
it's still yeah.
Um, but yeah, I could totally see this thing getting a Mega and getting a better ability and beefing up a little bit, do something. I don't know. This disgraceful thing is the only thing that has a Mega.
Take its mega
Take
away.
it away. Actually, you know what?
I
Take
hate it.
one of those
It's
Mega.
oh god, I feel like I'm going blind looking at it.
Fix the lore and say that Audino never had a mega. It was actually a Mandela effect. Okay, Conkeldurr, this guy needs a mega, I think, in my opinion.
Yes,
Well, I
Yes,
think
that
I
I
think
think that'd be cool.
what we said last time, I think, is we expanded more on the clown idea because I feel like he kind of
Yes.
lost his clownness. I mean, obviously
He
Timber doesn't
he
really have any clown
yeah.
going on, and then this guy's
But
got a
then
lot of clown.
Girder's definitely a clown. I mean, look at the, like, hair-ish thing
Yeah,
he
that hair,
got
yeah,
going on, and then his nose,
yeah.
like
And then this guy still got the nose and the little beard and the like eyeshadow. But like, here's the thing: give him a little bit longer legs, make his arms absolutely massive, take away his like what like his hunchback, like make him actually look
Yeah.
buff, and give him something else besides the concrete. Either that or
Yeah.
like give him some sort of like steel beam. Okay, wait, hold on. Girder is holding a steel beam.
Yeah.
So give this guy a massive like silver steel beam instead of the concrete beams. Make him fighting steel. Give him like the white face paint and the blue around his eyes and like the red around his mouth. And give him an afro.
Give
give him
him
the
an
thing.
afro.
What's it called? Give him the wig that's like rainbow colored.
Yeah, the
Yes, we
clown
need that. The
wig,
clown wig, we need
yes.
that. And then like give
I
him
love
little,
it.
or you could give him like a yellow suit, dude, and like
A
little
yellow
blue floppy shoes.
a yellow suit, or if you even if you didn't do the rainbow clown wig, like a red one, and make him, like, look like a Ronald McDonald,
Yeah,
like
exactly. Like give him something cool, dude. I don't really like the red one because Ronald McDonald kind of creeps me out, but give him
oh,
the
yeah, and
rainbow one.
McDonald's would probably sue and whatnot,
That's
but
actually true. Okay, well these guys, I think Conkeldurr definitely needs a mega. If I can get back out of here, oh my god, how many times do we click on him?
a lot, apparently.
Okay, Seismitoad.
Yes, I think Seismitoad would be so cool with a mega.
I think that I honestly never really thought that this thing should have been ground type, to be honest. It's
I
because he's a toad.
well, it's because he's
Yeah.
a toad, yeah, but I'm kinda with you there because he doesn't look ground type, like, Palpitoad looks kinda ground type-ish, but Seismitoad, I feel like, kinda loses that, and, like, those things, like, they looks like he's, like, goggles on his eyes,
Yeah.
like, he shouldn't have been ground.
Let me ask, do you know off the top of your head, does poison resist grass?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head.
Because when you see a grass type, usually it's grass poison, so you never know. Um,
Yeah.
I was gonna say if they made this guy water poison type because he got the poison touch ability and or water absorb, then you lose your 4 times weakness to grass, and then you're actually able to fight grass. So his evolution would take him to a point where he would be able to overcome his biggest weakness.
Yep, and yeah, actually, I just looked it up, and poison types do resist grass.
Oh, so that would make it neutral. So grass moves will be neutral. So he would be better against grass types then.
Yep.
And that would be kind of a pivotal sort of thing in competitive, I think. If you bring out a Seismitoad, somebody sends in a grass type, you just got a Mega Evolve, and then you're Gucci. And he gets access to
Yeah.
poison moves. He has Swift Swim, so you could still use him in the rain if he was water poison.
Well, and, like, he gets poison touch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the poison touch ability. He needs better stats, bro. He needs better
Yeah.
stats, and I just love this guy so much, and so many people hate on him, and I can't stand it. He needs love.
Again,
Okay.
another really good shiny too.
Yep, another really good shiny. Now we get to the counterparts, dude. I think
Yeah.
that Throw and Salk, we need like a ninja or like a karate master Salk and like a big judo or like a big sumo wrestler Throw.
Yes, that would be so cool. I would
Yes.
love to see both of them
hmm
get that. And
And
then, like, they could each keep the fighting type, but then they could
get a secondary
gain a
typing or
separate
something.
type that, like, I don't know, works
Bases off
against
of
each
what they
other.
do. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, it'd
See
be
what
interesting.
here? Let me say this. Let me say this. I think I don't know if I said this last time, but it sounds really clever in my head right now. So I really hope I just came up with it. If they did like a ninja Salk and then a sumo wrestler Throw, or like a big massive like judo wrestler Throw, I think
Mhm.
that Throw could be fighting normal and then Salk could be fighting dark if he was a ninja.
Okay, yeah,
And then they would
yeah,
both be weak to each other, equally weak to each other, and not be good against each
yes,
other, you know?
and then it would truly be a battle of skill if you put them against each other.
Exactly. So I think that could be really cool. And I mean, maybe they would reverse the roles. Maybe that Salk would be the fighting normal, and Throw would be the fighting dark. Because in the anime, in the Gen 5 anime, Throw was always the bad guy, and he's red versus blue. Okay, yeah, he kind of the whole
Yeah.
stereotypical thing. I think that Leavanny deserves a mega over a lot of other bug or grass type like humanoid Pokemon.
I think so too, and I think last time we talked, like, making it, like, Bug Steel or
Yeah,
something
bug
like
steel with
that. 'Cause You
armor.
were you were on a steel kick.
I was on
But
a major steel kick.
but, like, yeah, like, cause it's, like, making it, like, armor.
Yeah, but then like still though, that doesn't change much about it, and people don't like
It
change,
doesn't.
obviously.
Yeah,
So if it was bug steel, it's still 4 times weak to fire,
yeah.
and now it's weak to grass, but it is not weak to poison anymore, so that's okay.
Mhm.
Um, and it actually would make it good against fairy types, which I think fairy resists bug. So that would kind of give it a better edge in competitive, and actually give it an end to competitive. And I think its stats could be a little bit better. It's got pretty good stats, but they could be better. And it has Swarm as an ability, which is awful. Chlorophyll and Overcoat are not really good either. I'll give it a better ability. Grass Steel, armor it up like Insurgents, and do your thing, you know. Because then, if Pokemon makes it armor, then Insurgents can't sue them because they already stole the design in the first place. Okay, I think that Pokemon should do that. I think that Pokemon should hire a lot of the designers that worked on Insurgents to make Megas because they added like 50 some Megas in Insurgents and they're so good. Um,
See, but then I could just see them not doing that because if things are too close, it's like it's not original to
yeah,
them. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But
And Scolipede, I don't think this guy needs a Mega. I mean, he's got Poison Point and Speed Boost. I can't say he's got bad abilities, but um,
I mean, it's honestly, I don't hate it. I don't love it. I forget about it.
yeah, it's just kind of there. I think the last game it was actually in was X and Y, and I think that's the
Mhm.
last game that I used it in. So that's been
No,
what, 10
it's in
years?
Sword and Shield,
Oh, it
but
is? I didn't even
I
know that.
didn't use it in Sword and Shield.
I actually might have used it in my Sword and Shield Nuzlocke and it probably died or something, um, but yeah, I don't really care either way if I think it's a Mega. Whimsicott, I don't really. Okay, it's kind of growing on me, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I've been looking at
Well, but
Whimsicott.
just like you said though, it's we make a Whimsicott, it's just gonna be like
It's just
looking
gonna be
mega
looking at the
at
back end of a Mega Altaria, yeah. I don't
yes.
think. And Lilligant just got the Hisuian form. I don't care about this thing. Bring back Basculegion. Actually, give Basculegion a Mega.
Yes.
Crocodile needs a Mega, I think.
Crocodile would be so cool with a
And I
mega.
think after looking at every single Pokemon on this list and at other lists with Intimidate, I just see so much opportunity for a pivotal Pokemon in Pokemon competitive. I
Yeah.
don't know if battling's gonna be a big thing in ZA. I really hope it is because that was the main complaint from PLA is there wasn't enough battling. And I don't
Mhm.
really like the fast and strong style, honestly. It's not my favorite gimmick. It's just kind of okay.
Yeah.
Um,
It I wasn't too big on it, and honestly, when I do go back and play it, I forget about that and just use it
yeah,
normal
I
because
just
I'm
use it
like, "Oh,
completely
yeah,
normally.
that's a thing," but
And in like the group battles, it's really annoying if you don't use fast style. But other than that, I
yeah.
just use it normally. Yeah, Crocodile though, I think and it's got really good stats. This thing has literally won me so many Nuzlocks. Um, I've named it Leatherhead. I've had a bunch of different names for this guy. I think Moxie, Anger Point. Yeah, let it keep Moxie even. Let it be a sleeping Mega or something. I don't know. But yeah, obviously this. I think this guy needs a Mega. I think Darmanitan also needs a Mega. And I came up with a really good idea last time. I think where we have the Zen mode is Fire
Mhm.
Psychic, but you rarely get to see Zen mode in battle because it's like a really hard thing to trigger. And it's Fire Psychic. But if you did a regular Darmanitan, Mega evolved it, and it turns into like a Darmanitan with using the Zen mode as armor, like breaking through it and like using it as armor, and like using the stone gloves almost, and like
Yeah,
using the leg armor and stuff like that,
that
and
would be really cool.
putting the little like orange things over his eyebrows, although they're already kind of there. Um, and yeah, just give him like a mask. Put a mask on his face, like the silver mask on his face. I think that would look really cool, and make him fire
But
psychic.
and I think it'd be really cool too because also, like, I feel like if you give us one Darmanitan, you gotta give us both forms. So it'd be cool if they could make like there's like a mechanic where you could get both forms in the game, and then you could have 2 different mega forms for each form.
For real. And I actually don't like this Zen mode as much because it's really weird. I don't
It
know.
is weird.
It looks so. This guy's funny though. He looks. I don't know why. Let me tell you something right now. I think this guy. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I think this guy looks like a character from Yokai Watch. I don't think he looks like a Pokemon. I think he looks like a character from Yokai Watch. Like just look at the way his mouth is designed. That looks like so many different Yokai Watch characters. And I've always thought that ever since they released him, like just off of his mouth alone, he looks like one of the main Yokai Watch characters. I don't know if you've ever played that or not, but it's
I
kind of
have
like
not, so I'm
Pokemon.
not
Oh my god!
familiar with that.
But yeah, it's kind of like Pokemon,
Uh,
and it's pretty good. Maractus, I don't really think this thing needs a Mega, but we talked about it last time, and I think it would be like a cool to counterpart it with something else, like Ludicolo or something like a dancing partner.
yeah, I think
Like
that would be really cool
I think
too.
that more Pokemon need to be like what's it called, Tatsugiri and the big guy, Donzo.
Dundozo.
Yes, Dondozo. I think that like they could do some dancing stuff and maybe give like Chatot some boost off of using another Pokemon too. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Give Maracas some maracas or like some sort of uh like I feel like this thing has to. It's a cactus, yeah, but I feel like it's got to be from Hawaii. It's got to be like and this thing should have had an Alolan form,
That would have been cool to have in a Alolan form.
like with
I've never even thought of
like
that.
with like a hula skirt and stuff. Yeah, dude, like a
Yeah,
pink flowers and stuff. I mean, the pink flowers on his
that'd be
head.
so cool.
I think Crustle needs a Mega, dude.
Crustle would be really cool to get a Mega.
Mega Mr. Krabs. I think that it should turn its rock on its back into like a big house. I think
A
that would be
big house.
so cool. It has like a mansion. That would be so cool. And like
Yes,
he himself gets bigger and like comes out of the mansion.
I
Um,
love it.
Scrafty also needs a Mega. Get this guy.
Scrappy would be, he is so cool. I've always loved
Same.
Scrappy. Give him a Mega.
Yeah, like make him put his hood up. I think that his whole like his baggy stuff should like be able to
Hmm.
zip up if he gets a Mega and give him like a hoodie and make him a
Make it
little
like
bit
a
beefier.
bodysuit or
Yeah,
something. Like,
yeah, like a full on like jumpsuit, be able to zip it up,
yes.
and he can
Or
just
like
like
make it look like a like one of those like Adidas tracksuits or something.
yes, and put his hood up, and then like make him a little bit beefier, and I think that that would work really well.
Yeah.
Sigilith, I don't think this thing needs a Mega. I don't really like it.
I I don't think it should even exist.
Nope, I
But
don't think. Oh my god, that's so mean. Yeah, it shouldn't exist though. I think both these things need megas. I think Runagrigus and Cofagrigus need megas.
I think
Um,
it'd be really cool to see both of them for sure.
yeah, and it'd be really cool to see like the mummy coming out of Cofagrigus. I think,
Yeah.
or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's too dark for Pokemon, but you could. Speaking of, I think you can make it Ghost Dark, or maybe with the coffin. This whole like super
Yeah.
fancy coffin for like King Tut type thing. It could be Ghost Steel. I don't know though. But yeah, there's a
So,
lot
and
of potential.
honestly, between the two, I can't decide which one I like better, if I like Cofagrigus or Runagrigus
Well,
better. So just give them both a
yeah,
Mega.
give them both a Mega. The best thing about these two though is they're. I mean, obviously, the first stage evolution looks almost the exact same, but
Yeah,
Yamask. But these two look so different that you have to judge them being two different Pokemon. And that's my favorite part about it is
that
that
is
they're so
true. I
unique.
guess that is true.
And
Yeah.
also, I'm pretty sure there's lore in Sword and Shield in the decks about this thing being like a prehistoric fossil of a dragon Pokemon.
Hmm.
So why is this thing Ghost Ground? I get it, it's a fossil. Make this guy Ghost Dragon right now.
Right now,
Right now.
right this
Make this guy
second.
Ghost Dragon right now. Give us like that. What is the only. Is Dragapult and Giratina the only Ghost Dragons, I think? So there's like two Pokemon. I mean, obviously the whole line for
I
Dragapult, but I
think
think those
so.
are
I
it.
can't think of any others off the top of my head.
And then these guys need Megas, obviously. I have a Caracosta on my team right now in our Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 Soul Link with Goatman. His name is George. George the Caracosta.
George.
I think this guy needs a
Yeah,
Mega, though.
I would love to see a Mega Caracosta and a Mega Archeops.
Actually, I think I also have an Archeops on my team. I
I
did not
think you
connect
do
those
too,
dots. Yeah, I have
actually. Now that
Tomer
I,
the Archeops. I think this guy needs a Mega, too.
yeah.
Garbodor got the G-Max form. I kind of wish it would get a Mega, but I wouldn't be bothered if it didn't because it has this monstrosity of a form right here.
See, I really, I guess I wouldn't care if it did, but I've never been a fan really of it. Again, it's one of those I kind of forget about it.
Yeah, it is a pretty forgettable Pokemon, and it's super like deformed and ugly.
Yeah.
They could do something cool with Zoroark, and I think also his Swian Zoroark.
Yes, and give it a Mega for Shadow's sake.
Exactly. Give it a Mega for Shadow and my sake, because when Gen
Yeah.
5 came out, this thing was my favorite Pokemon
Dude,
forever.
the thing is so cool, and
It's
we
so
all
cool.
just know the only thing Shadow wants is a Mega Zoroark and a Mega Swalot.
And
So
probably a Mega Electros. Okay, Swallow was
yeah,
pure satire, but Electros probably actually would win. Since I don't think this thing needs a Mega. It's pretty bad. I don't
no,
like it.
it it is.
Yeah, it has Technician, which makes it pretty decent, and Cute Charm if you have a female, because most Pokemon are male. But
Mhm.
other than that, this thing is not very good, and it's pure normal type. Kind of sucks. And the only thing I can see them doing is making it normal fairy, and we have way too many of those, and I do not want to see another normal fairy type ever again. Mega Evolution.
Very true.
Gothitelle, based off just
I
the Insurgents Mega, I could see it happening, but there's not much you can do with it. I don't think.
see, and I guess I mean stat wise, it doesn't seem very good, but I've never used it on my team ever. But I've talked to people who really like it and think it's a really good mon to have on your team, and then I've also talked to the opposite. So I don't know. I think it
It is
to
really
me,
cool, and I think
yeah.
when Gen 5 came out, yeah, I honestly, when Gen 5 came out, this still was not like the basis for golf people. I think this does not do golf people justice. I think that it should have like platform boots, maybe like a black denim jacket. That would be sick.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, yeah, make it like tall. I don't know, do something cool. Put chains all over it. That would be sick. Um, but here's one of my MVP picks to get a Mega Evolution. This guy needs a Mega so bad. He's got such a cool design. He's such a cool Pokemon. Such a cool concept. Its French name is Symbiose, like almost like a symbiose. The German name is Zyto Mega. Right there, right there.
Zyto, see, it's in the name.
Give it a Mega.
Give it a mega.
Reuniclus really needs one, and I think it needs a secondary typing. It could be really cool. Yeah, they could do something with it. Swanna, no.
They could.
Vanillux, no.
Swanna, just no.
Yeah,
Vanilla,
Vanillux, get out of here.
definitely not. I do not like the Vanillite line by any stretch of the imagination.
I think that these guys, however, Sawsbuck, I think that they could do a mega form that's like get something from all the seasons.
Yes, that would be
And
so cool. You mentioned that
yes, yes,
last
yes, yes, yes.
time.
You know what I think also is there's the ability Glaciate, which makes normal type moves ice type,
Uh-huh.
and then Aerialate makes all normal type moves flying type. So maybe give this thing Glaciate and give it
Yeah.
basically stab. Because I wonder if the stab transfers, because it's technically a normal type move. It's a normal type mon. It's normal grass. Give it ice type moves to get access to its like winter side. And
Or something
then
that could be cool is like its ability once it's mega evolved could be dependent on what the which base form you have.
that's true. That could also be something cool. I think Glaciate's just the easiest fix though. Because if they gave it
Yeah.
like takedown, it was like an ice type takedown or something, or ice type
Mhm.
strength or something, and then it would get basically stab off of normal ice and grass moves. But I don't know for
Yeah.
all the other forms. There's nothing else you could really say besides they're supposed to be grass types. They look like grass types.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, the winter form getting I don't know. I think that would be really cool. It gets Sap Sipper. Serene Grace is pretty good too. Actually, Serene Grace. What does this do exactly? Boost the likelihood of additional effects occurring when attacking. So yeah, maybe give it something with the ability to freeze. That would be cool
Yeah,
for Spring
I
Grace.
like that.
Um, and Emolga, I think this thing definitely needs
Emolga.
a mega. Make it way bigger and make it stay cute, but like slightly more aggressive. Um,
It's adorable. It would be so cute as a mega, but again, as we talked about before, I don't think it will because if you do it for one, you
you gotta
gotta
do
do
it
it
for all
for
the Pikachu
all.
clones, but in that case,
Yeah.
dude, like I feel like Plus and Minun are just hated so much that they just wouldn't do them and they do everything else. So I don't know if they would
And
do
I'd
that.
be okay with that.
Yeah, me too. I would be okay with that too. But Escavalier, I could see it going either way. I don't really care that much about Escavalier, to be honest. I think it deserves a better shiny. It needs some better stats, but
It,
whatever.
it definitely needs better stats and a better shiny, but I think that with its current design, they have some real potential to make a really cool mega out of it.
I think that for both of them. I think that for Escavalier and for Selgor. And Selgor needs to
Yes.
be bug fighting. Why is it not already bug fighting?
Yeah.
Um, Amoonguss just got the Brute Bonnet form. I don't think that it needs a Mega necessarily, and I don't
Yeah.
think that it'll get a Mega. And Jellicent, no.
No.
Alomomola, no.
No.
Um, Galvantula,
Galvantula,
yes.
yeah, I could so I could really see one, and I think that'd be really cool with one, but also kind of like my caveat is I wouldn't be upset if it didn't get one
Yeah,
either.
yeah. I kind of feel the same way, but at the same time, I could also see Galvantula getting an evolution.
Yeah.
And or Ferrothorn getting an evolution, but I don't want them to waste a Mega on Ferrothorn unless they make it insanely good. And I'm not trying to
See,
bank
and
on
that's
that.
the thing is, like, I feel like with Ferrothorn and even possibly Galvantula, instead of giving them megas, just give them a third stage evolution to kind of make them a little more complete.
Yeah, exactly. And also, like, I really like Galvantula, but I am still waiting for the day that we have a spider Pokemon that is absolutely massive. Because I think it's
Yeah.
gotta happen, dude. It's gotta happen. We've already supersized a bunch of other Pokemon that should be small creatures. So let's give us a big give us a big spider. Um
Yeah.
Ferrothorn could be way better. Clang, I don't really care about Clang.
Yeah.
Um yeah, I just don't. I don't even. I'm not even gonna talk about it. I don't want this thing to get a mega, to be honest. Electros though,
Yeah.
I want this thing to get a mega. Um, I don't really know what you could do to make it better. I mean, it's
I really,
electric with
I
levitate.
really, I really don't know either. But there, I've said it before in these, there are a lot more creative people out there than I
True,
am.
true. I feel the same way. But like, I think that its design needs to look more like this and not what it looks like over here.
Yeah.
Like that looks awful. This looks awful, but this looks cool. The S shape when it's actually standing up, like they need to make it do like that. Give it a little bit like longer leg fins.
Yeah.
Beef it up a little bit. Add some cooler like spots of design. And make it keep levitate, I guess.
Very good.
Um,
Yeah.
or take away levitate and make it worse, like they did the Gengar. Okay. But Behem also needs a mega. I think this thing can mega evolve and get LGM's color palette and look like
Look like ball. Yeah, it's
Paul from the
ball.
yeah, dude. That this thing needs to look like the like basic extraterrestrial, like LGM does, but like just bigger.
I'd also say kind of too something that would be cool that they could do is like make it look more like a UFO, but then there's the G Max
Yeah, and also just
that
in general,
yeah,
the bug type. What's it called? I can't remember its name right now. From
Orbeetle.
Galar, Orbeetle. Yeah, Orbeetle
Yeah.
already kind of looks like a UFO. Plus Magnezone looks
Mhm.
like a UFO. Plus Metagross kind of looks like a UFO.
Yeah.
So I mean, might as well make it look like a pure alien because this thing is the only way that people would like it more if it looked more like a pure alien. I think because then
I
people would want
agree.
to catch it and name it Invader Zim or something cool like that. I don't know. Um, but yeah, Chandelure could have a mega. I think I said last time that we could make this guy like Steel Fire
Yeah.
or something cool like that. I think that it could be like a big, massive, like golden overseeing chandelier, and you could take away the ghost type because it's not dead. It's just a really big, fancy chandelier when a mega evolves,
Like
maybe.
kind of make it more of like an extravagant chandelier.
Yeah. And I don't know what typing would go with that. I want to say Fairy Fire, but I don't think that would work. I think it would have to be Steel Fire or something.
Well, and I feel like they'd have a hard time removing the ghost from it.
Yeah, I feel that way too. Because I mean, it doesn't really have any ghost
Yeah.
abilities besides like I guess you could say Infiltrator, but
Yeah.
um obviously it is like lit candles. So also I don't know if they would be able to do the big thing anyways because they're more like light bulbs. But I guess lamping
Yeah.
is kind of like a bulb almost. It's like a lamp. I don't know. Um, Let us know what you guys think about Chandelure because I want some ideas. If you guys also see any fan art of Shiny or Mega Chandelure, send it to the fan art channel in the Discord. I want to see it.
Yes.
Haxorus, same thing. I can't imagine a Mega for this thing, but I wouldn't be mad if it got one because I think its stats need to be a little bit better.
Oh, I
Um,
think I like as much as I cannot like visualize what
yeah.
I think the Mega would look like, I'm sure there is so much they could do with it, and I just really think that giving it a Mega and yeah, kind of making its stats a little bit better, I think it'd be really cool to see this guy with the Mega.
I think the only thing I can see right now is giving it like one more toe. Give it like four toes so it looks more complete. Um,
One more
yeah,
toe,
one more
Milk's
toe.
looking at the feet.
And then take the big like axe thing and like keep the two on the sides and put one on top of its head to create like a middle one.
Yeah.
And give it like bigger spikes on its back. Maybe give it like the axe things on its back too. I don't know. And then put an axe on its tail. I could see
Yes, it
that
could
too.
just like go swinging it around. That'd be cool.
Yeah, then nobody would be able to hug their Haxorus, but it's Mega Evolved. And who's gonna hug a Mega Houndoom? Who's gonna hug a Mega
Ex-
Houndoom, bro?
Exactly.
Nobody. Okay. And back, I think Baratic needs a Mega. personal opinion. This is one of I think this is my underdog pick. I think Reuniclus is my MVP. This is gonna be my underdog. This guy needs to be on all fours, and
Yeah.
his shoulders need to be evened out because this does not look like a polar bear, bro. He looks like a triangle.
He really does look like a triangle,
He
and
looks like I don't
really,
like
I
it.
think it would it would benefit from a mega because I still kind of feel like Beartick is incomplete.
Everything is very incomplete. Either give this thing an evolution or a mega, and he's got to be on all fours. We need like what?
Yeah.
How many bear Pokemon do we have on all fours? I think it's just Ursaluna.
Yeah,
We
I
don't
think
have
so.
many bear Pokemon to be honest. Like it seems like there's a lot, but there's really not.
They really aren't.
But yeah, I think this guy needs to be on all fours because bears are way cooler when they're on all fours. And why does he have this just like massive tuft on the bottom of his stomach? It's
Yeah,
so weird.
what is that?
Yeah, what is that? Do not give Krog an Omega. Game Freak.
No,
Do not.
no,
I
I do
repeat,
not like Cryogonal. It has a
do
horrible shiny.
do
No,
not
I'm
give this
not a
thing a Mega.
fan. Never been a fan.
A Selgor, obviously give it a Mega. Give it a Ninja
Bug
Mask and make it
fighting.
Bug Fight. Exactly.
Yep.
Easy sauce, easy sauce. Make Stunfisk like the Mega Insurgence and make it like Electric Dragon or something. make this
But
guy.
since it has the Galarian form, I don't think they
That's
will.
true. That's true. But I really want to see the Pancake get a Mega. Be so cool. But
Mega Pancake.
Mienshao is another one of those Pokemon that I could see a Mega evolving and getting the Psychic type.
Yes,
Um,
Mienshao would be so cool as a
yeah.
fighting psychic.
And give it access to like a newer psychic physical move. I think the only one that we have is like Psychic Fangs. I think there should be like a Psychic Punch or something. And the animation is just
Yep.
like the Pokemon does like a boxing punch and then it like goes across the screen from the Pokemon and it's still physical. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
This thing definitely needs some boost in stats. Boost in it has Reckless, bro. If this thing misses a high jump kick, it's dead. It's killing itself from full HP.
Yeah.
Druddigon needs a Mega or some type of evolution. This is another one of those Pokemon that I could see being like what's it called? Uh, Duraludon. Getting
Yeah.
like an evolution in a later gen. It definitely deserves one, dude. It really needs one. And I think this thing
I
is
think
really
so
cool.
too. And its shiny looks like peas and carrots.
Yeah, it does look like peas and I've always said it looks like Legos. It just looks like somebody threw together some Legos.
Somebody
Um,
built it.
I'm gonna touch on this really quick because I feel like the last two times I tried to record this, I talked way too long about Golurk. But in the Victini movie, I'm pretty sure it's Ash who jumps on his back. His legs literally retract up inside of him, and he turns into a jetpack. Make this guy ghost ghost fire or ground fire, and give him the jetpack back, bro. And like beef him up more. I don't know. Take away the dress. Why does he have a dress? It's
Why
literally the
does he
bottom of
have
a
a
rocket
dress?
ship. It's literally the bottom of a rocket ship, bro. It looks like a kilt almost, to be honest. Okay, enough about Golurk. Give this guy a Mega. I would like him a lot more if he had one, and he's got really bad abilities. Bisharp has King Gambit. Boufflant, kind of
Yeah.
the same spot for Tauros for me.
Yeah.
I think it needs a Mega, but will it get one? Probably not.
Like, why
Um,
wasn't Bouffalant just the evolution for Tauros?
that's
I don't.
actually true. That's what I said too. Why isn't Boufflant? Okay, I think that Boufflant and or Miltank should evolve into, or I think Tauros and or Miltank should evolve into Boufflant. Like be like a gender difference evolution, and they still evolve into the same thing.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Or
I
like
can
they
see
do
that.
like a female Boufflant, which I could also see it because he has the afro. Take his horns away and give him some more like feminine features, and then boom, 1980s disco lady with an afro. Awesome.
Let's
Exactly. Give him
go.
some purple stuff on him. Give him like okay, make him keep the rings on his horns, but put them. He has four rings. Put them on each of his legs and
Mhm.
make them purple.
Do
And
it.
then take away the horns, and then boom, female. Okay,
I
I'm sorry.
love that idea.
Um, Braviary already got the
Braviary,
other form.
the Hisuian form.
I would still like to see it get one because
Who doesn't love Braviary?
America. Rah!
Yes,
Okay,
Murderbird.
Mandibuzz does not need one.
I'm gonna say
No,
no on Mandibuzz.
I would say the only thing that I came up with for this thing is like give it a bunch of like fossil armor, like of how it's like pick the bones off other Pokemon.
Yeah.
Give it a bunch of really cool armor, make it dark rock type instead of dark flying. Um,
Hmm.
the only thing I could see. Other than that,
No.
Heatmore, Durant, no. I don't think these guys need
N-
one.
No, especially because they're that duo. If you do one, you got to do the
I
other.
don't.
And I
Kevin Durant does not need a Mega Bro. I'm sorry.
No, no.
Hydreigon, it could use a Mega, but there's not much you can do with it unless you go like the
Well,
Insurgence route with
and
the 6 legs and stuff.
it got the
Yeah,
paradox
Paradox form, I
form.
forgot. Volcarona also got a Paradox form. All these guys got
Volcarona got
Paradoxes.
2 paradox
That's
forms.
true. Volcarona does not need a Mega. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if it got one, but like, what else can you do, to be honest?
But I do love Volcarona though.
Me
I
too.
do have to say.
All these guys definitely not getting any deforms anytime soon. These guys just got a new brother and or sister.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's going on with that, bro? Kyurem, no. Keldeo getting a new form, that would be sick. Meloetta getting a new form, that would be sick. Genesect needs a new form, that would be really cool.
Genesect getting a new
Um,
form would be really cool. I would really like to see that.
I don't know if they'll go and do anything with these guys, but yeah, I think that's all we can say for the rest of these guys.
I agree.
Well, let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. And we'll see you guys in Gen 6. Peace.
Bye.